The following program was made possible by these fine sponsors. Thank you so much. Ooh baby, it's Shmuptember. Throughout September, we're gonna take a look at a different shoot 'em up game every single week. That's just downright exorbitant. So hold on to your butts because we're going in with the first one right now. Got those butts in your hands yet? Nothing beats a leisurely afternoon, flying over a bum. This week's game is God Panic, Shijō Saikyō Gundan. Ooh. Released in November of 1992 by Teichiku Gesundheit, God Panic is an arcade-style vertical shooter for the PC Engine CD, the Japanese version of the Turbo CD add-on, and it remains Japan exclusive to this day, not ever seeing an overseas release. Not much is known about the actual game's plot, but you star as a feline deity endowed with special powers by a godlike elderly man and are tasked with, I don't know, saving the world from evildoers, I suppose? When it comes to this genre, the storylines usually aren't highly relevant. It's the gameplay that matters. And it's a game. Your cat lord will rise up from brandishing a mere pea shooter to being quite the force to be reckoned with, complete with magenta homing blasts by grabbing power-ups tucked gently away in treasure chests. That final form is a pretty dang powerful beast, and you will feel so embiggened when you possess this attack, you will sprout an ever-vivacious shrubbery of chest hairs and be the cat's meow of the neighborhood. Despite the CD format allowing for rockin' crisp tunage, the music is nothing short of a ripoff. For example, one of the game's background tunes is so dangerously close to Kenny Loggins' hit Danger Zone that I legitimately fear getting a copyright strike by the Logman himself. But just for the sake of archiving this classic, let's live dangerously and listen. Or how about the game's take on Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven? Now let's look at the meat and potatoes of this game. What exactly will we be up against? Stage 1 takes place in who knows where, as our hero fends off giant coins, moons, and cheaply drawn stick figures. After taking some hits from bonsai trees and dinosaur versions of yours truly, and then there's some lady all tied up in her work. So we go in and save her. I think her shirt unbuttons. That should be. But then we face off against the most terrifying of ships, the SS Red Choco Pudding? What? Delicious? Blow that thing up and you get to enjoy the cacophony of amazingly irritating explosion noises. Actually, this entire game is filled with those pain-in-the-neck sound effects. They had the game on a CD and still went with nostril-bendingly shrill honk. But the second stage starts... Oh boy, where is this going? I don't care about the strange people inhabiting the area, let's just get to the... Buns, master, buns, master, ooh, bake fresh every day. After the sun-baked beauty, we battle a car on the beach for no reason. Beep beep! Stage 3 takes us to the sea, where we blast off against weird Mario cosplay rejects and... oh no! We'll ravage a random farming village and basically annihilate its entire population, save for anyone smart enough to stay indoors. After a trip through the hills and a fending off of pterodactyls and whatnot, it's time to catch a stage play starring everyone's favorite kabuki actor, Danny Devito. He's a bit of a pushover though, so that's good. Stage 4 is basically a boss rush, though not of ones we've seen before. As we hit the field for some sports action, we are engaged by that rapper from the Antwoord, a horde of naked mahjong potatoes, a tanuki cat you have to shoot in a protruding scrotum, nothing odd there, and 3 ersatz dancing versions of your character, before hitting up the final boss of the stage, a dragon that guards the sacred tiles of Shanghai. Ooh, scary. Stage 5, the final stage, pits you against the ultimate villain himself, the vicious Mr. Bear. But for some reason he disappears, an old man rambles, and then you have to go back and fight your way through a full stage complete with wrestlers. That's definitely Hulk Hogan, it even says Hulk on his shirt. And dudes whose legs shouldn't be doing this. Then it's the main event, a battle to the grisly end. Success! Now let's sit back and enjoy this lovely ending.
Oh, for the love of crumb cake!
Yep, the game starts over, but this time with a much darker and more sinister palette. The game doesn't get any more difficult, you just have some more somber music and some of the sprite work changes. In fact, let's do a little highlight reel of a few of the more notable changes. Weird dragons that look like me, a tied up devil woman, and finally we arrive at the first boss and bad choco pussing! What the fudgy wafer? Welcome to the dark side of the moon. It's a little more cracked up than I recall. Zombie woman now has no clothes, oh no! Zombie Devito. Everyone in this stage is full-on devilishly evil, or just overdoing it on the gray. Except for this guy, he's very much brandishing that rouge like a champ. And finally, Mr. Bear returns, but he's purple and downright frightening. Beating him a second time scores us the ultimate in quality endings, after some seriously irritating sound effects. The old man comes out and tells us we are great. They go through a roll call of all the significant enemies in the game, and then the credits. That's it. What a waste of time. God Panic was fairly cheesy, but also fairly easy. Of all the shooters I played for Shmuptember, at least this one gave me the least amount of trouble. That's not to say that it was 100% a cakewalk, but with an actual health bar and the homing attack of doom on my side, I had the best chance of success with God Panic. I can't recommend it unless you're really in the market for a cornball discount shooter though. But hey, my heart's still beating at a normal rate, and I'm grateful for that. Next week, I might not be so lucky. Thanks for watching. Be sure to catch the rest of the episodes of Shmuptember. And, of course, like this video and subscribe to the channel, or you'll suffer the horrible aftertaste of bad choco pussing.